Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Peachy and this channel is all about my Sylvanian families collection. We're doing another shelf setup today, and it's going to be this one here with the photo studio, the Applewood department store and the street market set. That street market set consists of this little crepe stand and this toy wagon here in the front. This is the last of the shopping street area shelves, so I'm really excited to get this one done. There's lots and lots of cute little accessories in this one that I've really been looking forward to putting all together in the buildings. Unfortunately, this shelf is one of the ones that's too high for me to film on the shelf like I normally would, so I'm going to take the buildings off, do them on the separate table, and then we'll put them back on the shelf. So the video is going to be a little bit disjointed, and I'm very sorry for that. I just can't reach onto the shelf to get it all done in the way that I normally would. So the photo studio is already all set up, and I've got a separate video on that, and I will link that here or down in the description, so you can go and watch that one if you'd like to see more detail on that building. So we'll be setting up the street market set, these two here, and the Applewood department store today, and then setting up the whole scene on the shelf with the figures. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to move over to the table and we'll do the toy wagon and the crepe stand first. So this is the Sylvanian street market set. It was originally put out by Flair, but then Epoch carried on the distribution, so it was in circulation for quite a while. I'm not sure of the exact UK release date, but I think it must have been around about maybe 2012, 2013, something like that, but I couldn't find the exact date online. So it consisted of these two parts. So there's this waffle and crepe house, which basically sells waffles and crepes. And on the back side you've got all the little bits and pieces to be able to make the waffles and the crepes. And then this toy wagon, which is essentially a wagon that will be covered in toys, and it's got this little piano on the end here. I think this is a really sweet set. I really like all the little accessories, especially for this waffle and crepe house. It's very cute. So yeah, let's put it all together. And then here is the Applewood department store. As you can see, it's absolutely massive, so it is taking up most of my desk. The Applewood department store was released about 2009-2010 into the UK range. It's a two-storey building, and both parts separate. So on the top is Pippin's Cafe, and on the bottom is the department store, which kind of has a juice bar and then a toy department. I absolutely adore this building. I think it's such an interesting shape. The colours are so interesting. I love the steps up to the front doors. It just looks really good on the shelf. It's a really pretty building. What we're going to do is I will take it apart and we'll set up each floor and then put it back together on the shelf, just because it is so tall and it's just got an absolute ton of accessories, so I think it'll be easier to break it down floor by floor. So yeah, let's get started. And now here's the finished scene with everything set up on the shelf. I love how all the colours go together, like the oranges and the greens and the yellows. I think it looks really good all together. So let's go in for a closer look. So over here on the right hand side is Mr. Chantilly and his toy wagon, and there's lots of little babies who are all crowded round to look at the toys. And then in the background is Mr. Mace's and his photography studio. And the koala family here are just on their way to get some family portraits done with their two twin babies. But one of the babies has been very distracted by the display at the Crepe and Waffle House. And Miss Chantilly is there in the background waiting to serve the koalas if Mother Koala decides that they can have some sweet treats before they go in. Or maybe they'll have them afterwards as a reward for taking some lovely photos. And in the foreground here is Mr. Waters and his son, and they're just having a stroll through the town since it's a very pleasant day. And just in the background over here is Mr. Mace's, and he's running the fresh juice bar at the Applewood department store. And in the foreground here are the Corgi husband and wife, and they are having some ice cream sundaes from Pippin's Cafe. So Pippin's Cafe is up here on the second floor of the Applewood department store. However, they also have some seating outside when the weather is very nice, which it is today. And then on the balcony here are a couple more babies, and they're sharing this what looks like some jelly. Mrs. Mace's here is at the door greeting customers. Mr. and Mrs. Mace's, the grandparents that is, run the Applewood department store in my village. And then the McBurroughs Mole family here are coming in for a visit. There's also a menu out the front which shows the kind of things that Pippin's Cafe sells. And then finally over in the corner here is this little marshmallow mouse, and she's really taken with that doll's house, and she seems to be really eyeing that up. And I'm sure she will be running back to her mother to ask if she can have that maybe for Christmas or a birthday or something like that. As I was populating this scene, I realised with all the other scenes I've already set up and the big Halloween scene that's on my long table at the moment, I was actually running out of villagers to populate the scenes with, so it's looking a little bit sparse on this one. But I guess that's just a really good excuse to buy more villagers. So that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye for now!